Hello everyone. I'm going to talk about the easiest strategy builder and show you guys how it works and how you guys can automate any strategy using easiest strategy builder. So if you guys already know how to install it, then you should have the easiest strategy builder under the expert advisors, or maybe it is under market. You just need to drag and drop this strategy builder on the screen, and yeah, to see the easiest strategy builder settings here, under about tab you can see the version. For example, the easiest strategy builder here in my computer, the version is 7.49, which is the latest version. And under inputs tab, all the settings of the easiest strategy builder there. So you can find all the settings here under inputs tab, like other expert advisors on MetaTrader. So the easiest strategy builder settings has different sections. The first section is main setting, as you guys can see here, main settings, which is about the main or general settings or general configuration of the strategy. So whatever strategy you have, you need to put a name for it. You need to add a magic number for it. You need to decide about the trade action type, which is your strategy needs to buy and sell. That means open position, open buys and sells. Or it is a martingale strategy, or is it a greed strategy, or you just want to ask easiest strategy builder just mark the entry points on the chart and doesn't do any trade. Or easiest strategy builder can work as a logger. That means the value of the indicators and also any buy or sell signals or whatever calculation ESB is doing, it can log them in a file or in the journal, and you guys can check them there. This is good when you guys want to log the indicator values. Let's say you want to see the indicator values for last week or last month, or what happened yesterday or today or whatever. You can see them there. In indicator mode, it just marks the input and output on the chart and it doesn't do any trades. But for these three, means buy and sell, martingale and greed, the easy strategy builder does trades. Okay. As I said, it can mark the entry points on chart. If you make it to true, it will mark all the entry points regardless of what action type is there, which puts some arrows on the chart, simply marks them like that. But you can choose what kind of mark it uses. On the advanced setting, you can adjust it. Notify entries means anytime Easy Strategy Builder wants to open a position, it notifies you on your mobile phone or send the email or alert or other things. So you can set this to true. But what kind of notify? You can set it on the advanced options. And maximum open position, that means how many positions the Easy Strategy Builder are allowed to enter. So if you put it on 0, that means unlimited. That means anytime in buy or sell signals comes in, the easiest strategy builder can open a trade. But if you, let's say, put it on 2 or 3, let's say I put it on 2, that means after opening 2 positions, after that the easy strategy builder will ignore all other signals till one of these positions get closed or both of them get closed. After that, it will open another or 2 more position here. That means in any point of time, we have only 2 positions. They are open. Okay. So this is the general setting. After general setting, you need to go through 7 steps. to tell the ESB how your strategy works. So the first step you can see here, there is one. It is like one. The first step, you need to set all the indicators. That means what indicators your strategy use. So for example, I can say, hey, I want a strategy. My strategy is about two moving average. When one of them cross up another one, I want to buy. Or when one of them cross down, I want to sell. Or I have one RSI, one moving average, and one MACD. And if my RSI goes higher than 50 and my MACD, this thing happens, and couple of conditions you can set. So you need to tell the ESB what indicator you need. ESB has 33 indicators slot. This is indicator 1, indicator 2, indicator 3, indicator 4, and goes on. So you can add 33 indicators. The settings for these indicators all are same. So name, type, symbol, time frame, shift, period, applied price, and parameters. Again, name, type, symbol, time frame, shift, period, applied price, and parameters. Again, name, type. So all of these indicators, the settings are same. So if you know how to set one indicators, you can add any other indicators that you need. So this one was the step 1. So in step 1, you need to tell ESB what indicators your plan going to use. And you need to put a name for each of the indicators. Any name. You can say MA1. You can say my moving average. You can say my RSI, RSI1, or whatever. Then ESB knows that indicator by that name. So any other places, if you use that name, ESB knows you are calling this indicator. Okay. Step 2, which is this, you need to tell ESB about your entry conditions. When ESB, under which condition ESB open a new trade. You need to tell for buy and for sell. So for buy and sell, you need to set the conditions. So here you need to write expressions. Expressions works like exactly like you can consider expression something like what you have in the Microsoft Excel. You can write some sort of equation or formula or anything, and that works like expression. And buy and sell expression, for example, I can say, hey, if indicator 1 more than 50 and indicator 2 less than 20, for example. Or I can say, hey, indicator 1, indicator 1 cross up, indicator 2 go and buy sell. So when I say, and anytime you see in front of expression it mentioned Boolean, means it should be a logical expression. Logical, that means true or false. That means you write a logic here. This logic could be true or false. Indicator 1 greater than 50 and indicator 2 less than 20. This could be true or false. If it is true, it opens the buy. If it is false, it doesn't do anything. And same for sell expression. So this is the entry expression. On the step 3, you need to set the take profit and stop loss. So here you adjust the take profit, and here you adjust the stop loss. So in step 3, you set the take profit and stop loss. In step 4, you have your money management. That means you can set the risk. You can tell the ESB about the volume of the positions. ESB can do the fixed lottage, can compound it, can compound by balance, and can do any other type of volume calculation by expression that you give. So you can give any expression here. And after that, step 5, which is close expression. Sometimes you need to close your position under some certain conditions. For example, you say, if the RSI crossed down 20, I want to close all of my buy positions. So you can say, RSI1 cross down 20. As you see here, this is also Boolean. That means it should be true or false. Anytime this happens, it will close all of your position. And same for sell. You need to write an expression, a Boolean expression for sell. Also, ESB supports partial close. That means you can close a part of your position. But this one is a bit complicated, so I will explain it on next videos. In step 6, which is here, you can tell the ESB to break even your positions. That means when your position is in profit, ESB can move a stop loss and put it on the open price. So after that, if your stop loss hits, you get all of the position by zero profit, but you don't lose anything. We call that break even. So that means there's stop loss in your open order. So ESB supports any different types of break even and half break even. This is for half break even. Half break even means the ESB set your risk, cut your risk by half. That means, so let's say your position already in profit, your stop loss is 10% of your balance. ESB will move the stop loss to make it 55% of your balance. That means half of the stop loss. It moved the stop loss and make it half. We call it half break even. So the break even means stop loss moves on your open price. Half break even means your stop loss will cut by half. Again, here you can write any expression for buy and sell, for your half break even, and also for your break even. And the last step, which is step 7, is about the trailing stop. How ESB moves the stop loss behind the price. So your position already in the profit. You want to slowly move the stop loss behind the price. ESB can do that. You can tell how to start to moving the stop loss, how to continue it, how many steps, how to move each step, and how to move a stop loss. So you can tell how to stop, how much is each step, and how to move the stop loss. When I say how to move, that means how much get close to current price. Maybe ESB can follow a moving average, ESB can follow ATR, or you can write any buy or sell expression for that. That 7 step tells ESB how to enter the position, how much volume, how to do a stop loss and take profit, and how to handle the risk, how to break even and half break even, and how to trail the stop loss, and under which conditions close the positions. That's all. Rather than all of these 7 steps, sometimes you need some more options. We call it advanced options. Advanced options is not related to these 7 steps. So advanced options for you is optional. So in most of the strategies, advanced options, the default value should be enough, but sometimes you like to go more details on the options, so advanced options will be very helpful for you. So you can tell the ESB about the broker settings, you can tell the ESB about the entry settings, you can tell the ESB about the order settings. For example, if ESB wants to open the order, how many times it tries to open, even if the internet is broken or network is broken or there is no connection, ESB can try again to open the position. You can tell the ESB about the stop loss and take profit, how much accurate they should be, about the deviation and a couple of other things, about the volume, about the backtest, because ESB supports the backtest for the news data. This is the only expert on the market that supports the backtest on the news data, and ESB support the backtest for the news data. Also for the backtest, you can tell the ESB to do the faster backtest here. but it is not that accurate. But ESB tries to remove some of the extra calculations to do a little bit faster. This doesn't work for all the plans. For some plans it works. For some plans it can improve it a few, like 1%, 2%. But I saw some plans, some strategies, the ESB can improve it by 30%, 40%. So it depends on your strategy. You can tell the ESB how to trade in the news. You can tell the ESB the trading times, what time it should trade, what time it should not, on the weekend, what to do on the new year, and different type of the settings that here you can see. And you can tell the ESB what days of the week it should trade. You can tell the ESB what hours every day it should trade. For example, you can say, hey, from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. trade, don't trade, or from, let's say, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. don't trade. So you can tell the ESB what times of the day it shouldn't trade. You can tell the ESB in what sessions it should trade. In the forex market, we have different sessions like the Sydney session, Tokyo session, London, and New York. So you can tell the ESB in which session it should trade and in which session it shouldn't open any trades. There are so many graphical options for you. So like font size, like show indicators, or a couple of other things, news feeds it can show or not, and a lot of other options to the marks if ESB wants to mark the position on the chart, how it marks them. You can check the colors and how to mark the positions. About the notification, how to send you the notification, ESB can send you to your phone, can send the notification to your email, can show the message box per each signal or trade, can show the alerts and like that. And you can say, hey, don't send me the alerts for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, send another one. So you can set it here also. And also ESP can send all of the signals and indicator values on the email. There is logs that ESP can log the position. As I said, ESP can log in the journal, can log into the file, into the CSV file, and can log the signal and indicators in the CSV file. Also ESP, there is another great thing in ESP is a screenshot. You can tell the ESP, hey, anytime that, for example, this sort of condition happen, keep a screenshot the window, keep a screenshot the chart. Later you can see all of those images and photos and check what happened exactly on the chart. So sometimes you want to monitor, but let's say it's late night, you want to go on sleep, but ESP can take the screenshots and later you can come and check those screenshots and see what exactly happens. After advanced setting, we have marticle settings. So if your strategy is martingale, here you can set the strategy could be martingale or could be grid. So if your strategy is martingale, only step 1, step 2 is valid. Only step 1 for martingale and step 2 is valid. Step 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, they are not valid for martingale plan. So for martingale, you come here after step 1 and step 2, the other settings for martingale are here under this section. So you can tell the ESB how to open the position using the pending order or using this instant order, minimum profit, core settings. You can tell how the martingale works. Anti-martingale also, ESB support anti-martingale. It can do both together also, and how to exit the position, and how to calculate the volumes, how to break even the martingale, and show the lines and the martingale levels on the chart or not. And if your strategy is grid, which you set it here, grid, again, only step 1 and step 2 are valid. After step 1 and step 2, the rest of the grid option, you should come here under grid. which is here. So you can say grid signal actions or upper price, how to open the upper price in grid, how to open the lower price orders in grid, how to manage the profit per each order or total profit, how to close the grid, close all of the grids. You can tell, you can write the expression to tell the ESP how to close the grid, and also how to break even the grid. Yeah, that's all of the settings in ESP. After that, the rest of indicator. This is same as step 1. So if you see here, this is indicator 6. At step 1, indicator 1, indicator 2, 3, 4, 5 is here. The rest of indicators is at the end. I just put them at the end to not mess up with the other settings. I wanted to make it clean, and you guys can use the first 5. If you need more indicators, you can come to the bottom of the settings, and indicator 6, 7, 8, 9, as I said, 33 slot of indicators are available. Okay, guys, this one was the overview how ESP works and how the settings exactly are in the ESP. But for each of this section, I will create more videos to explain in details how each section works. Thank you so much. Don't forget, please, to follow and have a very green days ahead. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.